Hi guys, sorry that this video is a bit late, was meant to be uploaded yesterday, but yeah, I didn't for whatever reason, I can't remember, but for some reason I didn't. So it's now been uploaded a day late, but you're still getting to see my fabulous face, so who cares. Anyway, so my video is going to be about Pride Month. Well, it's not about Pride Month, it's about the Pride flag, but this month is Pride Month, so yeah, happy Pride Month, even though I said that in my intro too. But anyway, yeah, so this video is about the Pride flag, like the history behind it, and yeah, so basically, the first Pride flag, or rainbow flag, whatever you want to call it, was first designed in 1978 by Gilbert Baker. He was an American artist, and basically he created the Pride flag because activists wanted a symbol for the community, and basically he used something called Flag of the Race as his inspiration, and the original Pride flag had 8 stripes: pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And basically each of these colours were intended to represent something. So each colour was representing sexuality, life, healing, sun, nature, art, harmony and spirit. So basically Gilbert Baker got dye and also sewing needles and all that shit, and basically dyed and sewed material together to create himself the first flag. So, you know, once he completed that and everything, he approached a company to basically mass produce the flags. The only issue was hot pink wasn't a colour that was commercially available. So he then, decided to then reduce it to 7 stripes. So yeah, then after that, the indigo stripe, so obviously one of the other stripes, was then removed. So then basically also went down to 6, which was an even number, and basically the reason it got put down to 6 colours is because so that the colours could be divided evenly along a parade route. So obviously 3 colours on one side and 3 colours on the other. So then soon the 6 colours was incorporated into a 6 striped version that then became popularised, and basically what today's Pride flag is. Or another name for it is the International Congress of Flag Makers. So yeah, so basically the Pride flag and its 6 stripes is basically used internationally across the world. It's an international symbol of pride and diversity within the LGBT community. So obviously the flag also has significance, and basically it's meant as a symbol of pride, obviously. So obviously it's lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender pride, although of course they all have their own flags as well, but overall the rainbow flag is the main pride flag. But yeah, so it's basically used as a symbol of saying I'm proud of who I am, I have pride in who I am, and I don't really give a shit if you don't like it, so to speak. It's also a symbol of hope, so obviously in addition of it being a symbol of pride, it's the rainbow is a symbol of hope. Over the years since the first flag was made, a lot of progress has been made, you know, in the fight of equal rights. You know, slowly, step by step, lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and of course transgender people are slowly obtaining recognition as equal members of society. Of course, there's the homophobia and the transphobia and the biphobia and all the other phobias that happen in the world. And, you know, there's still a lot of countries where it's still illegal to be homosexual, or it's illegal to be seen with someone of the same sex and whatever else, you know. But we've still made a lot of progress in the years, you know. A lot of people who are anti-gay are obviously not liking the fact that we're proud and, you know, we exist. And obviously things aren't perfect, but the progress that we've made over the years is just phenomenal. I mean, I wish it was still a lot more equal, and I wish there wasn't as much prejudice in the world, but, you know, it is getting there. We just got to hold it for hope. But yeah, anyway, the rainbow flag is also seen as a symbol of diversity. So basically, although there's lots of myths and stereotypes that gays and lesbians and even transgender people portray, supposedly, it's showing that we're diverse. You know, we're not all flamboyant gay people, or we're not all butch lesbians, and we're not all people that fit into stereotypes and whatever else. You know, so, you know, we're all proud, or we should be. I know there's a lot of people that aren't proud of who they are, but that's not their fault. It's because, you know, either their families or their communities or whatever else has shunned them for who they are, so therefore no longer have pride in themselves, even if they started off to. But, you know, of course, a lot of, within our own community, in fact, it's still quite divided, you know, like between gay and lesbians. You know, you've got your gay men and your lesbian women, and there's still a lot of differences and sometimes even prejudice between them. Of course, it's not humongous, but it still happens. And, you know, between the words gay and queer, a lot of people, especially people where I live, they're like, you can't use queer, it's offensive. And yes, some people do find the word queer offensive, but a lot of people still identify as queer. And, you know, sorry about that, still use that term. And, you know, if you use that term, don't be ashamed of it, because if that's how you feel or you identify, be proud of it, really, you know. So, you know, of course, within the community and outside of the community, there's a lot of opinions for people. You know, how a lesbian should act, how a gay person should act, how a bisexual should act, and how someone who's transgender should act. You know, if a person is a transgender male, for example, they've got to be butch and muscular and, you know, treat women like shit and whatever, because stereotypically men do that. Even though, of course, there is decent guys out there. And it's like, transgender women have to be all girly and like girly stuff and all that kind of stuff, you know. But just like anyone else, we're not different. We're just us, and we're just trying to fit into that, so to speak. And if we're a trans guy and we're not big and muscular and whatever else, that doesn't make us any less of a guy. And it's the same for trans women who still like masculine things, or stereotypically masculine things. They're still women. And it's like bisexual people who are stereotyped as being greedy. They're not greedy. It just means they have more love for people. And, you know, if you're gay and you just like dudes, then be you, and that's who you are. You don't have to be big and flamboyant about it. But if that's who you are, then that's fine as well. The same for lesbians. You don't have to be butch to be seen as a lesbian. You know, if you're so quite feminine and you like girls, then you're a lesbian. You know, everyone has their own unique lifestyle, and there's no such thing as the mold. But you know, there's millions and millions of us across the world who are across the LGBT plus community, and each one of us are unique. And obviously, you know, this is our strength. You know. So a lot of people go, oh, so why should we bother for LGBT rights, and why should we bother having a LGBT flag? Well, because sorry, because a lot of people across the world are still denied jobs, like promotions or just jobs in general, are denied accommodation, or you know, denied simple human needs simply because of being LGBT plus. You know, and this is why there's so much self-harm rates and suicide rates, because they're just getting treated like shit. And it's not fair, but it happens, unfortunately. But hopefully, after the years of us improving, hopefully we'll prove even more, and there'll be less risk of that. And you know, LGBT teenagers especially, but of course young teenagers and adults of course, but especially LGBT plus teenagers are a much higher risk of being suicidal and committing suicide than there is your straight and cisgender allies. And you know, there's a reason for that, because people are still getting beaten up, people are still getting murdered simply for being who they are, which is stupid, but some people are just so horrible, or whatever you want to call it, and it's drilled in their brains, and you know, they just think, oh, we'll go kill you because you're gay, or we'll go kill you because you're trans. But whatever. You know, a lot of people, especially in like countries such as Russia, I think, they can't even hold hands with their partners without, you know, being risked of, you know, getting arrested, getting thrown in prison, getting hung. It's stupid, but whatever. A lot of places actually, like, I mean, schools and colleges, but mainly schools, LGBT plus things are not even being shown in schools. You know, they're being censored, and it's just, you know, it's not even a part of the curriculum, which in my opinion it should be. You know, sex ed, for example, you know, it should, I think, you know, LGBT stuff should be brought into that, into PHA, that thing that I can't say. But yeah, you know, brought into schools, I think it's important, especially for young teens, especially for teenagers who are just working out who they are. And I mean, it can even be useful for teachers, you know, because, you know, yeah, it might be unlikely, but you could have a gay teacher, you could have a lesbian teacher, you could even have a transgender teacher for all you know. So it could be good for them, not just the children themselves. But yeah, you know, I think the thing we need to do is celebrate who we are, and by celebrating our pride, we remember our past, remember the reason we can be who we are, and we're recreating our future. You know, we're the stepping stone for our future generations. You know, if we get the rights that we want, and that we need, should I say, then maybe in 10, 20, 30 years, when it's the next generation, they might not have to worry so much about holding hands or whatever. because there might be more accepted people in the world by then. The likelihood of that happening might not be very big, but it could. And of course, the last reason for having pride and having a pride flag and everything else is to provide the important visibility that we need what we need, is advancing our struggle for equality. Our visibility shows just how important it is, to be visible, and our equal rights and everything else. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up blabbing on because I've probably blabbed on for God knows how long. This video's dragging on. So I'm gonna shut up and hopefully this made sense. It probably didn't because I just blabbed on about random shit. And I think I've spoke more about other shit other than the pride flag. But yeah. So hopefully this somewhat helped. If you got any questions or anything, do ask in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them. So yeah, peace.